Hey guys, it's that time of the week again where today we're going to be predicting the scores of week 34 of this 2021-2022 Premier League season. Now, we are slap bang in the middle of week 33. We're recording this on Wednesday evening. There's notable games. Man City have taken on Brighton this evening and Chelsea are taking on Arsenal. We're not going to bring you the predictions league table at the beginning of this video, but if you stay tuned to the end of this video, and hopefully you will see the predictions table and top scorer as it stands for this game week. So without further ado, let's just crack on and make some predictions for week 34.
So 11 games this week between Saturday and Thursday. We're going to have to get through these quick tonight. So first up, we got the midday on Saturday between Arsenal and Man United. Man United is shambles. I'll just leave it there. Yeah, Rangnick, good manager in my eyes, but that squad is just completely and utterly a disgrace. So yeah, I think, I don't know with this one. Arsenal are on shambolic form as well. I don't know why I think Man United are going to bounce back.
Wow.
Just both teams are so shambolic that it could go either way. But yeah, Maguire 100% has to be dropped, and I don't know if they do that, which I think they will. Man United win 2-0.
Really? Wow. You predicted Manchester United to win quite a lot recently, as well as people in the comments section have been saying. Man United absolutely decimated against Liverpool, although you could say Man United, up top they were missing Ronaldo and Cavani as well, but Liverpool, superb in that game. Arsenal 3 losses on the bounce themselves against Palace, Brighton and Southampton. They are missing players in defence there. Lacazette, he's not playing this evening against Chelsea. I think he's got a bit of the demonetised virus, so whether he'd be back for this game, I'm not too sure. I can't really separate these teams. If it was at Old Trafford, that maybe that United would sneak this one, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Moving on to the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we've got Leicester coming up against Aston Villa in an intriguing match. Aston Villa now 4 matches on the bounce they have lost, whereas Leicester sort of their form up and down, losing in their last match against Newcastle, where they were very unlucky not to come away with at least a point in that match. Gramera's superb, was it 95th minute
amazing
header for Newcastle sent the Toonami into raptures up there, but I think they will bounce back at home. Decent form at home. Leicester City winning their last 3 matches at the King Power Stadium, so I'm going to go for a narrow 2-1 victory to Leicester City.
I don't know why, I just think it's going to be a lot tighter than that. I mean, yes, Leicester are up and down a lot as well, but Villa, the games they've been losing have only been by 5 margins, aside from that absolutely shocking result against Tottenham. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. I can't see Leicester grinding out another result here. Next up, we have Man City versus Watford. Yeah, Man City have got this 3-0 straight up. 3-0. No more explanation.
Yeah, I'm going to go exactly the same as you in this one, Nathan. 3-0 to me. Okay, there's talk about Haaland coming in.
Yeah.
Looks possibly nailed on that one, do you think, for next season, Haaland?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if it's true with the amount they're paid, the transfer fee, then what a deal that's going to be, let's just say.
Fantastic. Yeah, 3-0 to the Citizens for me. They have to win. They've got to keep winning if they want to retain the title. Next up, we've got Norwich City, bottom of the table at the moment. A game they have to win, really, to if they want to survive in the Premier League. Coming up against a Newcastle side who turned their season around. They've had back-to-back wins, as we've said already, against Leicester and Wolves recently. However, I think Norwich plucky against Manchester United last weekend. I think they'll get a point in this one. Pukki actually scoring for a change, I think, last time out. So I'm going to see this one ending all square 1-1.
Interesting. I don't know why, but Newcastle really impressed me on the weekend. Guimaraes, as you said, with that diving header, grinding through a really strong Leicester team as well, who, yes, they've been inconsistent recently, but they are at one of their better stages of the season. Whereas Norwich, well, they've had some alright results recently. I mean, 3-2 loss against Man United, you could say, is unlucky, but they've been terrible themselves, haven't they? I'm going to just about edge Newcastle here. I think it's going to be 2-0. Next, I've got the 5:30 on Saturday between Brentford and Spurs. Now, Spurs, great run, and then they become Spurs again, losing 1-0 to Brighton. How embarrassing is that? And then Brentford, well, they've just been on fire recently, haven't they? But exclude that Chelsea result, it's mainly been beating teams around them. They've had a really good run.
That's a good result.
2-0 against West Ham is really good, but then again, West Ham have been a bit patchy recently as well. Just going to edge it to Spurs 2-0.
2-0 to Spurs. Don't think Brentford has scoring lots of goals recently.
Yeah.
Brentford, Ivan Toney getting on the score sheet.
Yeah, I think Spurs will just keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, I think after that defeat at home against Brighton,
Conte will be into
them. It is an all-London affair as well. Not far to travel for them.
North versus West.
It could go either way this one, but I'm going to go for a Spurs victory. The front three firing, Kane, Kulusevski, and Son looking in fine form apart from that Brighton match. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-1 away victory to Spurs. Next up on Sunday, first on the Sunday fixtures, we've got Brighton against Southampton. Tough one to predict this one. South Coast derby. Okay, Southampton, I mean, in better forms, but they did come away with all 3 points at home against Arsenal last time out. Brighton having back-to-back victories against Tottenham and Arsenal, the North London clubs. Can they get a result in this one? They probably could, but I think Southampton could as well. But Brighton this evening, Man City, we're not sure how that's going at this present moment in time, but I think the Seagulls will overcome the Saints in this one, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 scoreline in a very tight game.
Yeah, very, very tight as well, but Southampton's form recently, minus beating Arsenal 1-0, but that Arsenal are in dire straits themselves. I just got just about back Brighton that they're starting to come back into it with great wins over Arsenal, Tottenham. Fine, drawing with Norwich was slightly embarrassing, wasn't it? Yeah, 1-0 Brighton. Narrow game. It's destined for a 0-0 though. Next up we've got Burnley against Wolves. Massive game for Burnley. If they don't win this, then they are probably odds on to be down, depending on if Everton can pick up as well. But
have you seen Everton's fixtures? Like Liverpool,
yeah, I know, very difficult. So Burnley have to be grinding out these results. Do I think they are going to? Yes, they will. 1-0 winners, Burnley.
Yeah, I should really be fancy Burnley in this one.
Also, Ben Mee in charge as well.
That's what the stumbling block is for me. Sean Dyche has gone.
Shocking decision.
Ben Mee, he could rally them in this game, and they could get something, maybe fresh ideas and all that. I'm not sure. Has the rest of Dyche's staff gone with him?
Yeah, whole coaching staff have gone.
I don't know. That could go either way. I think it will go the negative way. Wolves currently in 8th position. If they want to get into Europe, this is a game that they really need to win, and I think they will. They'll just sneak it 1-0. Next up on Sky, this one, we got Chelsea coming up against West Ham, all under the fair. Yeah. Okay, West Ham doing fantastic in Europe, kind of dropping off in the league, only 2 wins in their last 6. Chelsea, you could say they really are cemented in Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League
for next season. Whether they're going to be all firing on this one, I'm not too sure. I know Lukaku's spearheading that attack this evening against Arsenal. If he scores, then you could probably see him go on a run of games with goals. So I fancy Chelsea at home. Chelsea's defence is looking a lot more solid these days. So I'm going for a 2-0 home win to the Blues.
Yeah, just about going to back Chelsea here. I'm going to go 2-1 as well, I think. West Ham, they'll get a goal, but just not enough for them really. But yeah, I think qualifying for the Conference League is pretty much odds on for them at the moment. I can't see Wolves picking them this season. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we have got the Merseyside derby at 4:30 between Liverpool and Everton. I'm going to be completely blunt here. Liverpool won 4-0 last night. They were superb against a shocking Man United side. They're going to go one better in the Merseyside derby. They're going to go 5-0 against Everton, against a shocking Everton side.
Well, prior to this game week 33, Everton actually beat Manchester United themselves 1-0.
Look how bad Man United were in that game.
Exactly, and how bad they were against Liverpool. So Everton, it's a one-off game, you could say, on Merseyside. It's at Anfield, though. You've got to fancy Liverpool. But I do fancy Everton to score Liverpool could get 7 or 8 in this one.
Yeah,
However,
easily.
it is a Merseyside derby. The Toffees fans are going to be up for it. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 home victory to Liverpool, but Everton's still not safe. So moving on from the Merseyside derby on to Monday evening, we got Crystal Palace coming up against Leeds. Leeds, they say probably going to be, they're probably going to be in the Premier League again next season. They've had a very good run, 3 wins in their last 4 matches. Coming up against this Crystal Palace team, okay, their form's all over the place. They did lose last time out away against Leicester. But prior to that, they were getting some good results, like some Manchester City. They were getting a draw at home and they were beating Arsenal. So this one's a tight one, could go either way. Leeds, depends how their defence holds up, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 home win to Palace.
Yeah, I've gone exactly the same as well. Jesse Marsh has started alright, hasn't he?
Yeah.
As manager, I think he will drop off in the end, but yeah, Palace should just edge it. I mean, after losing against Chelsea, getting that FA Cup semi-final, and fair play to the Crystal Palace fans, they look superb as well. Whenever they go far in a cup, their fans are just phenomenal, as we've seen in the past as well, especially 10 years ago when we played them in the FA.
Have you seen that meme? Have you seen that meme online where they got the balaclavas on? And
the Palace Ultras.
That is funny, isn't it?
It is. But yeah, 2-1 to Crystal Palace.
Superb.
And finally on
Thursday, how dare they have matches
shocking
on a Thursday?
Come on, we got Man United against Chelsea. I think with Man United recently, there's only one way that one's going to go. Even though I said they're going to win against Arsenal, they're not going to beat Chelsea at all. 3-0 Chelsea.
3-0. Well, you never know, Manchester United could do something in this one, but Chelsea, top 4. Man United looking to get into those Champions League places. They're only at this moment on time on Wednesday evening, only 3 points behind Spurs. However, looking at them against Liverpool and Everton recently, terrible. So, and that defence, Mr. Maguire, what's he doing at the moment? So he's playing Phil Jones for, what was it? He kept coming off at half time. That's not great, is it? So I'm going to go for a Chelsea 2-0 away victory at Old Trafford. So that
also Everton are already losing as well against Leicester 1-0.
Wow. So that concludes our predictions for week 34 of 2021 Premier League season. Make sure you head across to the Super Brew website after this video, of course. Make your predictions, see if you can get up the table. Of course, in a little while, we'll be looking at that table. But Nathan, what's coming up on your channel? Anything happening?
So, probably a few live streams here and there. We're playing Sheffield United on the weekend. That's going to be a live stream. I mean, £30 for tickets, something like that. No chance. Last away game of the season will be against Derby, and then there's one against Birmingham City at home coming up. So that's my channel.
Saturday, which will be the last home game of the season. I think there's a game next Tuesday or Wednesday, isn't there? Middlesbrough.
What an awful season it's been.
Yeah, if you haven't already seen the Insomnia video, check that out on my channel as well, because we headed up to Birmingham for a video games conference. Also, I think, did you pick up some tickets today for some Wales matches?
All of the Nations League ones. All I'll say is £20 for paper tickets. That's terrible.
Indeed. So who are we going to see? So we've seen Wales, Holland,
Wales, Belgium, and then there's one other on Poland? The screen. I think it's Poland. So that'll be an interesting one. But another manager has been sacked in the Premier League, of course. Sean Dyche going, excluding Man United, because we're pretty sure that, we know that Rangnick's going, isn't he? Who's going to be the next to be sacked or walk or whatever?
Is Woy still there at Watford?
Woy is still at Watford.
Well, it looks like they're going down. He probably goes down, so bye Woy.
Yeah, Woy for me, 100%.
Sorry, Woy. So we'll wrap things up here, Nathan. I'm going to be going to watch, edit this video and going to watch Chelsea versus Arsenal. Thanks for joining me again this evening. There will be a Championships predictions video out as well in the next day or two, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you all in the next video, and enjoy the Premier League weekend.